Hey guys, it's Paige Pierce. Welcome to the Duluth Disc Golf Course. This is the place that we've been calling home for the past month. And I'm sure you guys already heard that Nate and I had this idea of filming a competitive round of disc golf. But now our idea evolved into inviting over Steve Rico and Philo Brathwaite for a full-on disc golf competition.
36 holes. We've got 3,600 on the line, $2,000 to first place. This is the Avocado Open.
Check it out. Welcome to the Avocado Open, presented by OTB. I'm Paige Pierce.
Nate Perkins.
Who do we got today, Nate?
And myself, 5-time world champion Paige Pierce, Philo Brathwaite, and 2-time major champion Steve Rico. Super stoked about this, Paige.
Me too. I can't wait.
All right, hole 1. It's a par 3. It is only 5 steps away from the front door of this property. Coming in at 215 feet. We made it a little tight on the green, didn't we, Paige? We got OB short and OB long, and if you miss it, you're going right to a 40-foot drop zone.
Yeah, we decided to make this little green into an island. It's definitely gettable, but
it's tight,
just that
especially for a
intimidation.
starting hole, yeah.
Yeah. So Steve made it safe, but he's on the back side of that bush.
And you're throwing a fierce here?
Yeah, Crystal Fierce here.
Oh!
Hit the top.
That definitely hit the top of the basket,
Yeah.
almost off the tree and in. This is just such a fun starting hole, and you can see it's right in front of the house here.
Philo up next with a sidearm, going wide.
Pretty rare to see Philo go sidearm off the tee.
It is, and he actually mentioned that too. Quick shout out to Double Helix for sponsoring hole 1 here. Awesome to have a couple key sponsors step up and put some money for us to play for on the line.
Oh, it was everything. All the sponsors that were involved in this video made all the difference in the world. That's why we're able to get players like Philo and Steve out here.
Oh, Philo a little bit high off that one. Skips off the top of the basket and goes down into the ditch there.
Oh, it looks like Steve actually had an open window right there.
Yeah, he had a little gap, but missed it a little right. I have a gap, but I'm having to step out wide to the left and pull it a little bit right. And we still haven't seen where your drive landed. That was an absolute park job. And an easy birdie from you, picking up a couple strokes on all of us, starting out a little bit rough here.
Yeah, Philo tapping in his bogey right there. Yeah, all these baskets are unique in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely backyard disc golf at its finest.
Yeah, it is. Every basket's different, and I'm excited for you guys to see all these greens that we got. You guys saw me on the catch cam or the tee cam. Nate and I took turns filming so that we could meet all CDC requirements out here.
All right, hole 2. It is dead straight at 237 feet. You're going over this little creek. There's ice plant everywhere right under this big, beautiful oak tree. The basket is sitting right up underneath this bridge. Hole 2 has never been aced at the Duluth Disc Golf Course.
Nate up here with a sweet FD3 shot. Ooh. This one's sponsored by MG Thomas Electric. Thanks for reaching out. Sponsoring hole 2. Stevie, sweet hyzer flip up that right side.
Did that go through the tire?
I think it did.
Philo had said it day of, but I wasn't sure. But I think that might have
I really
cured
think
that
it got close to
tire
that tire
swing. You throwing a buzz right there?
Yeah, that's my Tour Series buzz. Came out a little bit early, but there is that slope on the left, so I knew it was going to kind of roll down. Not what I wanted, but not bummed with it.
And, Philo throwing the take flight DX rock right there. Oh, no. That almost skipped off that wall and in the bucket.
45-footer.
Oh, right on the pole.
All right, and we got slow-mos courtesy of Legacy Discs.
Oh, it's a great look at that putt right there. That'll get you going.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to hit a good one to start off with, and especially on that basket right there, you got to hit it solid.
Rico coming back for a birdie. Philo getting low to tap his in.
Can we get a star frame?
Is that the prototype Fierce that you're putting with, or what blend of plastic is that?
Yeah, it is the prototype plastic. It's actually the first ones that I got in the finalized plastic.
All right, we're taking a look at hole 3. It's a par 3, only 320 feet, but because of the shape, it plays more like 400, I would say. It's somewhat uphill, but you have to beat that pine tree as you move from left to right. If you have a 400-foot sidearm, now would be the time to use it. Most players, it's tough to get the backhand all the way there.
Absolutely. The sidearm here is definitely the preferred route. And Nate, this is beautiful. And
I've been here a month, and that's my best drive on the hole. So it's cool to do it the first time that we actually filmed it.
Great time to make it happen. Stevie is going with a backhand here. You got to get something to flip super late. So this one takes a lot of finesse and power also.
Yeah, that's really the difficulty of the hole, is getting it to flip so late in the flight, which is pretty rare in disc golf.
So Steve came up a little short of pin high. Wide open, though. He'll have a long look at a birdie.
Is that's the Avenger SS, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to go super flippy distance driver on a hyzer flip, but just got a little bit too much power underneath it. Cut roll.
The best part about this hole, though, I would say, is the orange tree a mere 15 feet away on the left. You can just see a few oranges still sitting there on the tree.
Yeah, we picked quite a few of them at this point, but they've been a nice snack. Philo a little early right there. He's left with this tricky little step out sidearm. Oh, and kind of pulled it over. But as you can see, he's still inside 15 feet.
Get in there.
Ooh, a good bid from down in the creek.
And Steve's got a pretty similar line. It is possible, but it's a long look.
I'm so stoked to watch this dude putt today. I just love his putt so much. And I'm stoked about a birdie on hole 3 for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those ones it's not a par 4, but it is a good 2. It's a really good 2. Wow. Epic. All right.
So cool to see Philo here.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Steve as well. It's so cool to see them play this course. I mean, this is just in this dude's backyard. It's really turned into something special. All right, we're moving into hole 4. It's the one of 2 par 4s on the property at 395 feet, heading all the way up this hill right here, up the creek, past this basket for hole 11, all the way up to the hill. Really cool green on the hillside up there. There's OB all along the right side.
Yeah, this one you really have to rip on to get in good position up there. You can see the catch cam. That's where the good drives are tending to land. Nate got just about that far, but a little bit left in the creek.
Yeah, ideally you would like to land one flat and on that road right there. Anything in the creek, it kind of gives you, you're not sure about the footing that you're going to get down in there.
Yeah, but where you're saying you want to land, absolutely right. You want to land on that flat part, but if you go over there, you're kind of bringing in the OB into play. So it's a very tricky landing spot on this one.
Yeah, all the trees that you can see past the road and on the right, those are all avocado trees. And they're just waiting to be picked. I mean, they're being picked as we speak right now.
Yep, Philo went home with a bag or two. So did Steve. So that drive left me way short. I'm having to go with a spike hyzer up over the top with my Zeus, knowing I'm not quite going to get to the basket. Philo now with his DX rock, looking to get one up there.
Oh, that's on the money.
Oh, he hit the
front
basket.
Cage?
I think he hit the basket. Let's check it out on replay.
Oh my gosh, just a few inches low.
And kicking dirt up. What a shot. Special thank you to Alyssa for being out there with us. Taking video, helping us edit.
All right, Rico climbing the hillside there with his clutch. Yeah, you really want to get something to land on this high side of the basket here. As you can see, the discs like to kind of fall down into that creek. That was a pretty good run with the Fierce.
Yeah, been loving that one. Shout
Player
out.
of the Year edition.
Shout out to Travis, Jeff Winter's friend that came over the day before the tournament and built that bridge. Amazing.
Game changer, really. Tough little hill to climb. That snap putt from Steve Rico.
So good.
Just
And look at that
straight
view
from
of
the
that
chest.
mountain behind us. I love this.
It really is a special property, and very grateful to be able to share the space with Jeff and you guys over the past month.
All right, and you're jumping up 4 for 4, 4 under par. All right, thanks to Wander for sponsoring this coverage. And we're moving right into hole 5.
I would say that it's the signature hole on the property. It's a par 3 coming in at 297 feet, but this basket placement is unbelievable for a home course. I mean, look at that backdrop right there. The green is memorable. I mean, you could have within the 10-meter circle, you could have 100 different types of putts.
Absolutely.
With the different elevation changes right around the green. It's really incredible.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful sidearm. I think that's such a good play on this one. I've watched you throw it 100 times. Steve also going with a pretty good play, just a straight mid, just gliding down there.
Yeah, he's going to have a uphill circle's edge look. Philo taking in the line a little bit. I believe he's going AVR.
Yeah, he started his off left and looking for that little drift to the right. It's not quite high enough to get all the way down there.
And you're going Fierce just a little bit turned over. But you're going to also have a circle's edge look. All right. Rico from outside circle 1.
Way downhill, too. That was such a
Hard
high
to really
up
tell.
putt. Yeah. I mean, watch how much nose up this putter has on it. That's how high above his head the basket was.
That was beautiful.
Great putt.
Philo with a similar distance putt right there.
Just didn't quite get it high enough.
All right. Up and in for birdie. Nice putt.
Just barely high enough.
Philo does not approve.
Kind of harder than just a normal putt.
Even tap ins on a hole 5 are tough, Paige. I mean,
Yeah, they
this
are.
basket is really elevated.
All right, shout out to Resistance Disc for being our scoreboard partner for this event.
All right, moving into the cowbell hole. Hole 6. It's a par 3 coming in at 238 feet. There is a double mando. You got to go left of the pole and right of that tree we just flew by. The basket is hanging from this oak tree right on the creek's edge, and there is a cowbell front and center in the chains.
Yeah, this one's fun to throw, and Jeff loves to call it the cowbell hole. You can hear those cowbells from all over the property. Stevie plays this one perfectly right under the basket. That side hill up there, if you hit it, it kind of directs your disc over towards the baskets.
Yeah.
Fun little ground action.
For me, this one's right in between a force over and kind of like a hyzer flip turnover. The cactus that are right on your right kind of pinch the shot off, and a lot of people like to force it over, like Philo's doing right here with his rock.
Little deep in the rocks behind the basket. Well, I got scared of that rock.
Oh, there's your look for par. That putt is pretty obstructed right there that you and Philo both have.
Yeah. Philo makes his.
A little low right there from up the hill. Disappointing par for sure. See Rico with that cowbell birdie.
So he's going to tie it up with you at 4 under. Philo is moving ahead of me at 2 under. And I will be at 1 under par after that bogey.
All right, hole 7 is a par 3 at 248 feet. We're going right back through the same double mando, tree on the right, pole on the left. We're flying over this basket that's on the ground. We got to go under this pine tree. We are going to the elevated disc catcher right here. We got a lemon tree as our backdrop.
Steve a little early and low out of his hand, but he is going to have like a circle's edge putt on the left side. Philo. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
I
great
love that
angle.
one.
Just a tiny bit too high. It caught that pine tree. Ooh. Catching that Mando pole right there.
And this is my Tour Series Buzz.
Oh, that's the shot right there, Paige.
I thought it was a little hot out of my hand, but luckily it got a nice little sit.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple layups. Not too much room to work with on running these putts if you want to save a par.
Oh, that putt looked good from Rico.
Just a
Maybe a
tiny
little
bit
left side.
Yeah.
And that's a good birdie. Good way to come back after that bogey.
Yeah, I'll be stoked to take the box on these boys, finally.
Look at those lemons, though. I love grabbing one of those lemons on the way back to the house and just squeezing it into the well water.
Yes.
It's too good.
All right, look at that Perks of Disc Golf logo up on the top left. Yeah, if you
can
guys
go check out my Patreon if you want to support the commentary action.
some of the infamous avocados we've been eating mass amounts of.
Oh, nice. You were the only birdie. You are taking taking the box. All right, hole 8, par 3, only 168 feet. You got to kind of keep it low. Those fertilizer jugs on the left, they just kind of tend to attract discs. There is OB deep, maybe 25 deep past the pin. We're all thinking ace on this one, though. It's really right in front of you.
Absolutely. We've actually both aced this one since we've been here. But today I didn't quite make it happen. A little early out of my hand there.
Yeah, Philo liked that one out of his hand.
Yeah, he did. As soon as Steve threw it, he loved it. And Philo remarks that was boring, but I think that is just absolutely beautiful shot right there.
Yeah, he really can throw it straight.
Yes, he can.
There we go.
Oh, and just a tiny bit wide for that ace run.
And shout out to Thunderbird Bar for sponsoring Hole 8. I had the chance to try a box of those bars. Mike hooked Eagle and I up with a box, and they were gone in the next 2 days.
Yeah, I remember. You ate them all.
They're amazing. I mean, really amazing. It's cool to have them on board as a sponsor. Go check them out.
Hello. Just a tiny bit high, hits that tire basket and rolls down to 25 feet. Steve making easy work on these baskets, though. Just such a smooth putter.
And it's like nose up each time, too. When it hits those chains, it doesn't want to go through because it's showing so much of its...
If you guys notice that this basket doesn't even have a pole.
Yeah. So it's hard to tell when you ace it. You're like, oh, is it in? I can't tell until you get up there. It's cool.
Uh-huh.
All right.
We're moving
5
into
under.
the final hole of the front 9. Tied up at 5 under and 2 under.
All right, so we actually redesigned this one for this event. It's a par 3 coming in at 321 feet. We are flying over the solar panels, over the rows of lemon trees. This fence marks our island, and we are putting on an old school PDGA approved basket, one of the earliest models out there.
Yeah, the drop zone is about 30 feet away from the basket on the left side. So if you do go OB, you will have a chance to save par.
Oh, he barely went out of bounds off the gate.
Yeah, and Steve does go out of bounds.
And I'm throwing a pretty conservative PD2 shot right there.
And this inside this fence is actually Jeff's garden. So you'll see miscellaneous garden equipment.
Yeah, it's a beautiful garden though.
It really
The
is.
strawberries are about to start popping off. Oh, and Philo's just a little low right there on that rock turnover.
My drive landed about 35 deep, just outside the circle, and can't get it high enough. Have to settle for a par there.
So this is Rico from the drop zone. Oh, he just put it in there so soft.
Yeah, he did. And what a way to save par. I mean, circle 3 putts are sometimes the most pressure-filled putts. Philo couldn't connect on that one.
Coming at you.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Somehow I put it out of bounds. There's only one way to do it, and I did it.
Great comeback putt, though. Great
I'm happy
comeback
to see
putt.
that one stick. I almost couldn't believe it. You could kind of tell. I was just stunned there for a minute. And shout out to Discmania for sponsoring Hole 9. Really amazing of them to step up and decide to pay their players during this time off. So
Yeah, very awesome.
huge to them and the other disc manufacturers who have said the same. It's been really special to witness how everyone's handling this.
Yeah, it has. All right, so we got some tight scores going into the back nine of the first round. Shout out to all of my Patreons for making this possible. Thank you guys for tuning in.
See you on the back nine.